They sure don't make pop-up campers like they used to. We found some awesome floor plans. Stick around, folks. You're going to want to check these out. Hey guys, Mike from RV Blogger here in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And if you've seen us before on YouTube, welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time seeing us, welcome aboard. Susan and I make tons of videos all about RVing, and we invite you to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you do, so you'll be notified every single week when Susan and I put out a brand new video. But today we're going to be taking a look at Awesome Pop-Up Campers, and I know you're going to love them all, especially this one right behind me. It's got some amazing features. You're going to want to definitely check this one out. This pop-up camper is the Forest River Viking, model number 1706 XLS. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 1,642 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,255 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 2,897 pounds. The hitch weight is just 167 pounds. It sleeps up to 6 people, and the closed length is only 12 feet 11 inches long, but when you open up at your campsite, your length becomes 17 feet 11 inches long. When you first walk into this pop-up camper, on the right-hand side is where one of the pop-outs is located. Then we work our way through the kitchen and living area and to the other side of this pop-up where another pop-up is located. So I'll just start the tour on this end of the pop-up camper. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger, I grew up and we had some friends of ours had a pop-up camper. We loved living in it. A neighbor of mine had one. We would go fishing and stuff. And being able to sleep in here with all the tent folds down and just have screen all around you really just reminds me of sleeping in a tent. It is a wonderful experience. But you have all the convenience of also having a roof overhead and an air conditioner inside. So pop-up campers are really a cool choice. Now, in this particular end of the camper, a lot of questions that we get about pop-ups are, hey, how much weight can these ends hold on them? Well, this end can hold as much as 1,200 pounds on it. And the size of the bed that's back here, let's get a quick measurement. It's about 74 inches. And the width on this, I'm going to guess, is it's like 48 inches wide. So I would say 2 adults could sleep here, but I mean, if Susan and I were sleeping in 48 inches, you know, we'd be fighting for space all night long. But anyway, you can squeeze in here if you needed to. Now, right in front of me here is where your dinette is located. I think they have too short of a table in here. I would like to see a longer table, because really only 2 people could sit here and use this table. But a nice thing about a freestanding table is you can use it inside, you can use it outside, and you can always stow it away when it's not needed. Now, another great feature inside of here is that these 2 bench seats do come together in the middle and form even another bed inside of this pop-up camper. So if you did that, and we're at the RV show, so I can't really pull it all apart and show it to you. There's just too many people running around. But it's about 74 inches, and then the width on this is very impressive. I mean, you're pushing 58 inches in here, so it's almost the same size as a residential queen size bed. So ultimately you'd be able to sleep 6 people in here, 2 on this pop-up, 2 in this area, and 2 on the other side. Another nice feature about this area of the camper is there is a receptacle right down below here. So if you're working at your kitchen table, maybe, you know, scoping out your next campground, making some reservations, and you need to plug in your computer, you can easily do that below. So here I am at the other end of the pop-up camper. Susan and I just kind of switched spots when you weren't looking. And this pop-up side can handle 1,000 pounds of weight. And if we check out the size of this, well, we already know it's going to be 74, right? Because everything's 74. And then the width on this is also 48 inches wide. So again, you can get 6 people in here pretty easily. Now, just to my left and down below, there's a little countertop space here, and then there is some storage underneath that as well. And then the kitchen area here is very basic. You have a small kitchen sink up top to go ahead and wash your dishes or wash your hands, and then you have a double burner propane cooktop here. This actually belongs here. It probably got jostled while they were transporting this to the show. Then underneath of your sink and cooktop, there is additional storage there. And then finally down below, there's a little teeny mini fridge down here, and it even has a spot for an ice tray. One last feature to note is that there is an outlet just below the bed here. And so let's say you wanted to hook up a coffee pot or a toaster, you could use this little countertop here for that stuff in the morning. This pop-up camper is the Coachmen Clipper model number 108ST. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 1,863 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 824 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 2,687 pounds. The hitch weight is just 187 pounds. It sleeps up to 6 people. And closed, it measures in at 16 feet 10 inches. And when you open it up, it measures in at 19 feet 11 inches long. When you first walk into this pop-up camper on the right-hand side, you'll notice one of the beds on the end, and then we wrap our way through the kitchen and dinette area and living area, and finally the bed on the other end. So our first impression of this pop-up camper is that it's a really nice size pop-up camper. It's kind of a classic pop-up that you might expect to find, where you have a kitchen area, pop-out ends on each end, a dinette, and maybe a sofa that converts into a bed as well. But there is no bathroom in here, and so, you know, for some folks that's fine. They use the bathhouse and stuff like that at state parks or wherever they go camping anyway. So there you go. Now on this end, we have a pretty good size mattress that's in here. Let's get a measurement on here. This is about 56 inches wide, and then the length on it is about 74 inches long. So this would be considered like a, you know, a short RV full-size mattress in here. But you get all 3 sides screened around you, and you get plenty of nice open natural light, natural airflow flying right through here while you're sleeping at night. Down below here, there is a receptacle that's right on top or right near this countertop area, and then there's a door in front for storage under there. Then below me here, there's a door that opens to even more storage, and this storage panel actually runs to the side of this camper where there's a door outside, so you can access that storage compartment there as well. On my right hand side is a small countertop area here with a receptacle down below, and I would say as part of your kitchen area, you know, this might be where you set up your coffee pot in the morning or something like that. Up on top, we have a 2-burner propane range, and then a small single bowl sink with faucet there. Underneath of the cooktop, there's a drawer that pulls out for your kitchen utensils, and there's also a door for storage under the sink area. Finally, there's a little mini fridge down here, and it even has a little separate freezer compartment. So here I am at the dinette in here. I would say you could seat 4 people here pretty comfortably to be able to sit down and relax and have a meal together. This dinette also converts into a bed. This is actually a freestanding dinette table. The thing I really like about the freestanding tables is this can be used to drop into a bed, or you can take the table outside and use it out there if you need to, if you're just going to set this up as a bed and maybe leave it that way. Now, this particular dinette, if you do convert it into a bed, would give you about 67 inches by 39 inches of sleeping space. So, you know, a smaller adult and certainly a kid would be able to sleep here as well. Now, you can also access a little bit of storage under each of the dinette booths by lifting up the seat cushions, and then there's a finger hole to pull up the plywood there. Also under this dinette, there is a receptacle here, so if you use your dinette as your office space, or you're doing some trip planning or what have you, you got a place to plug in your computers and charge them up. Now, this couch here is nice and big, and this will also convert into a bed. So if you convert the dinette into a bed, you can convert this, and this whole thing becomes one big giant sleeping area. Now, the way they do that is, this is what's called a gaucho bed. Now, to show you how to set this up, all you do is pull the front of this all the way out. This piece of plywood in the back sort of drops down, and then you just use your back cushion, and there you go. You've got her all set up. Now, if you do that, there's a little gap between the dinette and this, but nonetheless, you get pretty big sleeping space in here. Now, the size of this couch when it converts into a bed is 76 inches, and the width on it is about, I'll give it 36 inches wide. So average size adult could sleep there as well. One last thing to note about this sofa bed area is that there is storage underneath that you can access both from inside the camper, and there's a little access door outside so you can get under here for storage as well. Now here I am in the other pop-out bed here, and we already know this is 74 inches long because we measured it on the other end. And then the width of this one is, oh geez, about 56 inches wide. So I guess it would be considered a short full-size bed. But again, you've got a lot of room here to be able to sleep at night and relax and enjoy the fresh breeze and feel like you're really tent camping. This pop-up camper is the Forest River Flagstaff, model number 228 BHSE. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 2,578 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,260 pounds, for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 3,838 pounds. The hitch weight on it is 338 pounds. It sleeps up to 8 people. And the close length is 18 feet 7 inches long, but when you open her up, the length becomes 23 feet 11 inches long. When you first walk in this pop-up camper, on the right-hand side, you'll note the bathroom area. Behind that is where a big bed is located in one of the pop-ups. Then we pass through the kitchen and living area, and finally we're at the other end of this pop-up camper. Now here I am sitting on one end of this pop-up camper, and this looks like a really big mattress to me. I'm gonna guess right away we're looking at a king-size mattress over here, and this is like 70 inches wide, and then the length on it is about 76 inches. So a short king-size bed, or pretty darn close to it, is what you're looking at on this end of the pop-up camper. Now, we rolled down one of the screen covers over here. We're at the RV show and all the RVs are just packed in together here, but you can see that you get all this beautiful sunlight coming in, beautiful airflow coming through here because of the screening, so it just feels really open, light, and airy in here. Now just to my right here is a lower countertop. You can use this either as a nightstand for the bed or as part of your kitchen. Underneath of this countertop area, there's a little pull-out drawer here for all your kitchen utensils. Then there's a little door here that you can store things in as well. And then down below, this is just an access panel, not a real door. There's also an electrical receptacle down here and a couple of USB ports. So if you use this as a nightstand, you can plug in your electronics at night so they'll charge while you're sleeping. Or if you use it as part of your kitchen and maybe you set up your coffee pot and toaster over here, you've got a plug down below for those appliances. One other note on this end of the camper is that it does come with this little fan and light scenario. So you can put this over top of you while you're sleeping at night. It just sort of slides around or clips onto the poles wherever you would like it to. It'll blow air right down on you, and then of course it acts like a light as well. Now the kitchen area in here features a really nice 3-burner stove, and I have a question for you. If you were cooking on a 3-burner stove in your camper, what 3 items would you cook? Let us know in the comments down below. I know what I'd be cooking: hot dogs, beans, and sauerkraut. Anyway, next to the burner is a small but not bad sized kitchen sink, so you can wash all your dishes away. There's a little flip out drawer here for some soap and sponges and things like that. And then finally there's a drawer here with an inside compartment that slides on out to stow away all of your kitchen utensils. Finally, down below the cooktop, there's a small compact refrigerator with a separate spot for an ice tray. Now here I am at the dinette table, and I would say if you had 4 people sitting here in this dinette table, they would feel a little cramped in here. But check this out, there's a solution to that problem, and it's this little leaf that you can attach on here, and it just sort of plugs into each end. Slide her on in place, and there you go. Now everybody can spread apart a little bit, and 4 people can easily sit here and enjoy a meal. And if you really want to squeeze in, someone could sit on the sofa and be at the end of the table, and you probably could get 5 people here pretty easily. Now, down below this dinette booth, there are 2 electrical receptacles, and they even have a cable rough-in down there. So if you wanted to set up a TV in here, I think you'd have to just put it up on your dinette table And then you could sit here at the dinette and watch TV, or certainly sit on the sofa and watch TV. And you could even be laying in bed there and see the TV as well. So at least you have a lot of options to be able to view the TV from this location. Now, underneath of the dinette booths, there is no storage there in this particular model because they have some components under there like batteries and propane and stuff like that. But I will say this, the dinette table can drop down and this dinette will convert into a bed. In addition to that, the dinette table is freestanding, so you can use it in here, you can drop it down and use it for part of your dinette bed, or you can take it outside and use it out there if you'd like to. Now, if you convert this dinette into a bed, you would end up with a bed that's about 68 inches by 36 inches wide. So, you know, an average size adult could sleep here. Certainly a kid could sleep here very easily as well. Now, the sofa right across from this is a pretty comfy sofa. Again, it's in a great spot to be able to watch TV, hang out and relax in here. There are 2 storage doors under here, so you can access all of the storage under here. And this sofa converts into a bed as well. This is what's known as a gaucho bed, and I'll go ahead and show you how that works. So Susan and I just switched positions in here so I can show you how this gaucho bed works. All you do is just grab the front of it, pull it on out, and you'll hear it just all drop into place. This cushion drops down, just sort of snug it up a bit, and there you go. Someone can sleep on this bed. Now, if we measure this baby up, we're looking at about 74 inches by 37 inches wide. So again, an average size adult or certainly a kid would be able to sleep on the gaucho bed. Now, at the far end of this couch, there are a couple of USB ports here. I think you'd be able to use these from either the dinette or the couch when it converts into a bed, or this bed at night. So, you know, if you need to plug in a tablet or a phone or a Kindle or something, you can certainly do that, or charge up your devices overnight. No problem. Very convenient location for that. Also, there's a little cup holder here, and we have this same kind of cup holder in our Class C RV. We put one on each side of the bed, so when Susan and I go to bed at night, we could put our little water bottles in there and sleep away, or a glass of water, and then you won't knock your water over. These are really, really cool little features. We bought ours off of Amazon. You can do the same thing. I'll throw a link in the notes down below if you want to check it out and pick some up for your rig, but they're a piece of cake to install and they work really, really great. They actually expand and contract so they can hold, you know, whatever size drink you have in place so you don't knock it over while you're sleeping. Really, really cool little feature. Now here I am on the other pop-out bed that's on the other side of the pop-up camper, and we already know that this is 76 inches wide because we measured the other one, so they're both the same length. And width-wise on this one, it is 60 inches wide. So 60 inches by 76 leaves you with what's considered a short queen-sized RV bed. Now over top of me here, you'll notice this mesh netting. This actually comes over top of both ends of the pop-up, so you can store some things up here, and then there's a little mesh pouch that folds down for additional storage there. Now, I mentioned earlier that there was a bathroom, and it's located just down the campground a little bit on the left-hand side where you'll find the bathhouse. I'm kidding, it's right here, and all you do is flip open this lid, and what you have is a small wet bath setup in here. Now, the way that this would work is you would stand inside of your shower, and there's a curtain that goes around the ceiling perimeter, and you would just wrap this curtain around yourself, and then you could stand in here and just use your little wand and take a nice shower inside of here. It's a great little feature. And then in addition to that, we have a commode right here, and not going to pass the elbow test on my right side, but on my left side there's plenty of room. Now, outside of this pop-up camper, there is a spot here where a griddle top can connect on here, and you can do some outdoor cooking if you prefer. There's also a little storage shelf outside. Now, at the very front of this pop-up camper, they have this awesome storage area here where you can store all kinds of camping gear while you're rolling down the road. On the other side of the pop-up camper, there is an outdoor shower. So if you want to rinse off after a day of trail hiking or whatever you're doing out there, or rinse off some of your gear, you have a very convenient location to do that. This pop-up camper is the Forest River Rockwood, model number HW296. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 3,562 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,437 pounds, for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 4,999 pounds. The hitch weight is 378 pounds. It can sleep up to 8 people, and its closed length is 21 feet 3 inches, and its open length is 27 feet 9 inches. When you first walk into this pop-up camper, on the right-hand side, you'll find one end of the sleeping area. Then we wrap on around through the living area, kitchen area, bathroom, and finally another sleeping area on the other end. Now, Susan's first impression when she walked in here was just, this is incredible. They don't make pop-ups like they used to. Susan used to own a Starcraft pop-up camper, I don't know, way back when her kids were little kids, and she would take them camping on a lot of weekends over the summertime. And I guarantee you, pop-up campers then were not like pop-up campers today. These babies are beautiful, well appointed. They have lots of nice features in them. So let's take a look at what we have and begin this tour. Now, on the right-hand side of this pop-up camper, we have a huge bed here, and I am going to guess this is a king-size bed. And it is 72 inches wide by, my tape measure fell, 80 inches. So this is a real residential king-sized bed size mattress up here. That's incredible. You'll notice all three sides can zip down, and you can enjoy that nice screened off tent style camping feel when you're in here. Up top here we have a mesh screen for additional storage with a few pockets hanging down on the end over there to store your items. And then up top they have this really nice light and fan combo, so you can just have a nice fan blowing on you while you're sleeping. Now, while you're laying in bed up here, there are a couple of USB ports behind the couch here, so if you want to plug in any electronic items and charge them overnight while you're sleeping, you can just leave them on the countertop here and do that. Now, a couple of other nice features are this couch here itself, very nice and comfy. And from here, you can see where your TV location is very, very easily. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. But it's a great spot, nice place to chillax and take it easy in here. But this also converts into another bed, and this one's super easy to do. You just roll it forward, put the little leg down, and set it right down on the floor. And when you do that, let's see what size bed you get in here. This bed is about, we'll call it 59 inches by 42 inches wide. And so a kid could sleep here very easily. Maybe two little kids could sleep on here. But anyway, it's another sleeping spot, and there are tons of them throughout this pop-up. You can sleep a lot of people in here. Now, just on the left side of the couch, there are also a couple of cup holders here. And then there's a little flip out drawer. I don't know what I would throw in there, maybe remote controls for the TV, or magazines or books, who knows what. But they try to make as much storage space in here as possible. On the right hand side, we have this nice countertop here, and then there's a drawer here for storage items, some open storage below that, and then a cabinet door as well. There's also a receptacle down here, so maybe if you wanted to, I don't know, put some coffee pot or a blender or alarm clock or whatever else you need, you could plug it in and put things up here too. Just above here, they have this hanging storage closet, just like you might find in your closet at home to try to maximize your space. They've done the same thing in here, and you can zip this up and stow your clothes away in there. Just next to that, this is where the TV location is. You'll notice your cable receptacle and an electrical receptacle, so you can plug in your TV, and then down below that you have a nice big storage cabinet. Now, the kitchen area in here is in this whole entire line. This is an amazing kitchen setup for any travel trailer, really, much less a pop-up camper. It is amazing, some of the features that are in here. Now, first of all, up top here you've got a 3-burner propane stove. And then check this out, just below that, you have a real oven in here. In a pop-up camper, you can bake a pizza, you can throw some cookies in there, keep the kids happy. I mean, this is truly amazing. Down below that, you have a nice big storage cabinet for additional storage there. Then just below the sink, we have a little spot here that flips out. You could throw your sponge in there and stuff. Then we have a couple of drawers for your kitchen utensils. And then the bottom is just an access panel to get to some of your water pump and stuff like that. Next to this, we have a double bowl sink in here with a large gooseneck faucet. And then below that, some more storage under your kitchen sink. Now, just beyond the kitchen sink, you have even more countertop space up here. Tons and tons of countertop space. There is a receptacle on the side wall here, and also a couple of USB ports. But if you have kitchen appliances like a crock pot or toaster, coffee pot, whatever you have, you can put it up here, plug it in, and you are in good shape. Now, below this countertop, we have a microwave oven, and then below that is a storage door that you can access from inside or outside of the pop-up camper. So that's very, very convenient and easy to reach things from there. And then finally, we have a little mini fridge in here. The only thing this doesn't have is a separate freezer section, but you have so much countertop space here, you could buy a ice cube maker and pop that on your countertop, and there you go. You have fresh ice cubes the whole time you're camping. If you want to find the best ice makers out there on the market, just click this gray box above. It'll take you to our article over on rvblogger.com where we did a review of the best ice makers, and you'll be sure to find a great one there. Now, above all of this, there's no cabinetry here, right? Because it's all windows and open, but they did install this nice hanging storage area here as well. So now here we are all the way at the other end of this pop-up camper, and this is where the second bed is located. Now this one I think is going to end up being a residential size queen bed, and it is. It's 60 inches wide. We already know it's about 82 inches long, and so this is a great size residential queen bed over here. So plenty of room for everyone to sleep. You still have the mesh pad up here, or mesh storage area up here with some pockets on the end so you can stow away your gear. Now here I am at the dinette in here, and honestly I would say you could fit 3 people at this dinette comfortably and be able to enjoy a meal here. I don't think you're going to get 4 unless you have another chair that somebody could sit out here in the aisleway, but you can get 3 people in here very, very comfortably. Now this area also pops out a little bit, and it's actually a slide out, which helps to give you a lot more floor space through here. And it's one reason that this camper feels so large inside. Now, the dinette here also converts into a bed. And so if you were going to do that, you would end up with a bed that is 72 inches by 49 inches wide. So I would say you could sleep 2 average size adults on the dinette if you want to convert that into a bed. In addition to that, you can access the storage space under both ends of this dinette booth from inside the RV or outside, because they have doors on the outside, or you can lift the cushions up off the seats, pull up the plywood, and access it from there as well. Now, there's not a receptacle built into the dinette booth so you can plug in a computer or anything like that if you're working at your dinette table, but there is a receptacle right over here at your TV location, so you could always plug in there and then charge your computer if you need to. Who said pop-up campers don't have bathrooms? This one sure does, and it's an awesome bathroom. This is a very good size setup. You can take a shower in here, because normally there would be a shower curtain that goes around this whole perimeter, and that would block you in. Then you have your shower wand right here. So you could stand inside of here and take a shower very, very easily. Finally, your commode is here as well. And even with the curtain around you in here, you might feel a little bit cramped, but at least you have a bathroom in your pop-up camper. You don't have to go walking through the campground at night to try to find the bathrooms. Now there are 2 more storage compartments out here, one towards the back of this camper that we showed you earlier that goes into the kitchen cabinet inside, so you can access it from either side. And then towards the front of the pop-up, there's a very deep storage compartment there, but you can only access it from outside. Now these pop-up campers also come with a grill that you can attach right to the outside of the camper. We're at the RV show and the grill's all packed up in a cardboard box, so I'm not going to break it out and be able to show it to you, but There is a quick connect propane access right here, so you can plug your grill into your propane, set it right up, and you even have a little bit of extra countertop space right next to it. Now outside this pop-up camper, there is an outside shower out here as well. So if you need to hose off some of your camping gear, bikes or things like that, it's very accessible and easy to do that. Or if you feel too cramped inside in that shower, you could certainly come out here and use the outdoor shower as well. Hey guys, let us know which one of these pop-up campers you like the best and why in the comments down below. We would love to hear your thoughts on all these amazing pop-ups. And if you want to see some more pop-up campers, just click the box down below and Susan and I will see you in the next video.